Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Haribol. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Good morning. It's morning here. Good morning. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Just came back from Mongol Artik. Gonna give the Mongol Artik report. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. It's always different every morning. It's always incredible. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay, it looks like Srila Gaura Haridas is live. He's on his train ride, but I'll have to catch that later. That video later. I just came back from Mongol Artik, and this is kind of like the time when it's fresh on my mind, the experience and everything. So, Hare Krishna, just go ahead with what I usually do this time of day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, oh my, what I like to do is get up early, and I'm over there, usually a little after 3 at the temple, and there's no one there except Pujari, and in the Pujari room getting things ready for the Mongol Artik, putting the sweets on the tray, making the offerings, all the things that Pujaris do for serving the deity. And sometimes the door to the temple room's locked, you can't get in. So just walk around and chant, walk around the temple and chant. But it depends on which pujari is there. Today, everything was open, so I could go inside the temple. Oh, when I get there, like I say, there's no one there except for the pujari, and I don't see them. They're behind in the back. You don't see them, but I can hear them with trays and whatever it is they're doing. But there's a cat there. And it's the sweetest little cat. He's little. He's a little one. I don't know if it's a female or male. I don't know. But she's always there right at the temple. Now the doors to the temple are open, but she does not go in the temple. She doesn't go in. You know how cats can be really, they can get into everything, She doesn't go in the temple. The doors are wide open. She does not go in. But she's outside near the doors. And she talks, boy. Soon, like I'm there, the only person walking around. As soon as she sees me, she's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, Harry Paul. And she's going, yeah. And like rubbing all over the temple, outside of the structure of the temple, and going, oh, outside. And I'm like, wow, that's the most blissful entity there. Is this cat, The cat's is like ecstatic cat, She gets prashad. They put food out for her, Anyway, so she's always there. If I don't see her when I get there, I'm going to worry someday, that something happened. Well, I shouldn't worry. If you go back to Godhead before I do, probably. But this little cat is there. It's so sweet, Hare Krishna. She's like, yay! Rubs up against the temple building. Yeah, so, and then, I go inside, and then I just, like I say, nobody there. I'm chanting. The Murti of Prabhupada is there, and the temple is decorated with beautiful paintings of Krishna Leela. And the curtains are closed. And I just chant quietly, and then the devotees start to come. After maybe about a half hour or so. and they start to trickle in, because the artik is at 4:30. They start to trickle in, and it's really fun to see them come in, because they're actually maintaining the temple. I do nothing. I just come there and I chant for a little song. I chant, I don't do anything. They're doing all the work, all the heavy lifting, all the schedules. They stick by a schedule, and they're just doing all of the physical work and even the mental work, because they're studying to give the classes. I'm not doing anything. I don't do anything. I just chant Hare Krishna. I don't do anything. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But there's two. There's two rungs to this movement. It's been designed like that by the acharyas. In this age, the actual sacrifice is simply the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha-mantra, especially congregationally. Nothing else is really possible in this age. However, the movement is designed so that there is like a remnant of deity worship to accompany the chanting. And but the chanting is really the sacrifice. However, the deity worship is also there to help. It's to help. It's because we're so entangled materially, we have to be able to do that. We can't just somehow, for the most part, at least that's the way it's been given, go directly to the whole Krishna and the holy name. So this is to help. It's a remnant of deity worship. Real deity worship is very opulent with real gold and real silver, okay? And, we're worshiping the deities with plastic poppet beads. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a remnant of, there's the Supreme Personality of Godhead standing there wearing plastic beads. Really? It wasn't like that in previous ages. The worship was extremely opulent. So it's a remnant, and it's to help us. So, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I just see that, I'm just being allowed to focus on the holy name. I've been relieved of doing the heavy lifting. Of course, at my age, it's okay anyway. I don't have that kind of energy anyway. But so just to focus on the actual yagna, the actual chanting. And so the devotees start to come in who are doing this, maintaining this temple and maintaining the deities and serving it's really nice as they start to come in, the servants of the Lord. And when the curtains opened this morning, oh my God, it was outstanding. And they do a very nice job. They really decorate the deities nicely, maintain the temple nicely, for what it is. It's so nice. It really is a nice place. There's schools for the children. They have workshops on health. They're having a big seminar now about, health, They have mental health programs dealing with forgiveness and anger and frustration and stuff. They're having workshops on that. It's a community. And it's mostly householders. And they have cow protection. There's beautiful cows there. And organic gardening. They're doing the gardening. And then there's free food programs in Gainesville with the college. They have a lot of programs there. It's about 20 minutes away. So it's a really vibrant, active community. It's very vibrant and active. And it's very nicely done, actually. It's really nicely done. So this morning at the Mangal Arti, all the servants are there and they're chanting Hare Krishna, and they've come with their offerings, their services, their offerings. And there I am, I don't have anything to offer, because I'm not in charge of this, in charge of that, or, I don't do anything. I just chant. So, what I'm noticing is, it happened yesterday morning too, is that, they're chanting, and to be honest with you, it's a little flat. It's nice. It's very nice. But it's a little flat. It's like a little flat. It's like, and everybody's just sort of like staring at the deity, and they have their service, kind of like the demigods, It's like, it feels a little flat. So it happened yesterday, and then it happened today, again today. Hare Krishna. I motioned to the deities, to Krishna, to especially Radha Krishna, beautiful Radha Krishna, to please come out. Come out of the deity. I was asking Krishna, come on out, come on out, come on. It's okay, it's okay. I don't know about them, but I love you, so, I'm here, come on. I know it sounds strange, I know. But, hey, Hare Krishna. It worked. Like, immediately, I could feel Krishna, like, enlivened inside myself, and my voice changed completely. It became very, very, a loud voice, a really loud voice. And I wasn't forcing it, I wasn't trying to overpower everyone, I was singing with everyone, but my voice was resonating. And what I noticed, because I was praying that he not just, enliven and come out of the deity, not just for me, but for them too. And man, I tell you, it took off. I mean, people were like, Krishna, and I'm like, wow, It's like, up to that point, it's kind of like, we're just like offering things to Krishna, our service to Krishna. But then, if we actually petition Krishna, we ask Krishna to please come out, please. When he comes out, where's he going to go? He's going to go inside us. And it was like, wow, it was really nice. Just asking Krishna to please come out, come on out of the deity. we just want to love you, okay? We just want to experience your ecstatic presence, Forget all this work stuff, Just come and be with us, We love you. Come and be with us. Like with my hand, I was just motioning, come on out. Like you would to someone who was hiding. You'd say, come on out, come on, it's okay, come on, It was really a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a real nice Mongol Arti. Wow. Yeah, if we go wherever the holy name is, whoever's vibrating the holy name, that's where we can find Krishna, because he's in the holy name. Oh boy, so that was that. And Hare Krishna. Yeah. I mean, there was all kinds of like big devotees there, big managerial devotees, and because it's a big community. And there's a visiting renunciate who's involved in the editing, and maybe a lot of people were there. It was pretty powerful. The devotee that's in charge of all the Ratha Yatras in Florida, and there's a lot of them in Florida. There must be about 10 of them. St. Augustine, Jacksonville, where else? Tampa, I don't know. They just there's Ratha Yatras everywhere in Florida. He led the chanting very nicely. He sings very sweetly. Yeah, it was really nice. Hare Krishna, very heartfelt. Real heartfelt chanting. Like he really wanted Krishna to come out of the deity and be with everyone. Hare Krishna is really fun today. So I'm going to continue reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is this is Adi Lila, and now we're on chapter 4. So chapter 3 was the external reasons for Lord Chaitanya's appearance, and that we discussed about Lord Advaita, his loud calling for the Lord to come. And because there was no trace even of love, of ecstatic devotion to the Lord at that time, 500 years ago, it was mostly Mayavadis. Because of the preaching of Shankaracharya, the Mayavad conclusion was being preached. And so Advaita was praying for the Lord to please come personally and benedict everyone, give everyone the opportunity for ecstatic devotion. So this chapter is the confidential reasons for the appearance. Hare Krishna. And this is text 1. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Vittachandra Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda. And I offer my most humble obeisances to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who has brought Lord Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, to practically every town and village of the world, fulfilling the prophecy. And to my dear friend, Srila Gaura Haridas, who I take guidance from. Okay, text 1. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Raj, according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. Okay, so we see there's no qualifications here, because what qualifications does a foolish child have? He is the foolish child, but by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's how merciful Lord Chaitanya is. There's no prerequisites. You don't have to have studied so much of this or that, the other thing. You don't have to have diplomas. You don't have to have certifications. You don't have to anything. Just a foolish child. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowers his pure devotees, who are then able to do the same thing. Prabhupada gives a purport. One can ascertain the meaning of this Sanskrit sloka only when one is endowed with the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya. This is a living religion. This is not a dead religion. This is a religion that is alive in the spirit of the love of God. So there it is. Lord Sri Krishna, being the absolute personality of Godhead, cannot be exposed to the mundane instruments of vision. He reserves the right not to be exposed by the intellectual feats of non-devotees. Notwithstanding this truth, even a small child can easily understand Lord Sri Krishna and his transcendental pastimes in the land of Vrindavan by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, nice. let us pray for the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let us pray for the mercy that he bestows blessings on everyone. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I had that experience of calling Krishna out of the deity this morning and having my voice change as the Lord was reciprocating with that desire. The Lord reciprocated. It came out and enlivened the devotees, myself and the devotees. At least that's what I experienced. Similarly, a devotee who is desiring to serve Krishna like that can bring out of the verses and out of the scriptures and out of the teachings the Spirit. It's like I was experiencing calling the Spirit of devotion, Lord Krishna, to come out of the deity instead of just making external offerings. You know, it was asking the Lord to please be present with us, and it was enlivening. Similarly, a devotee can do that also if they understand the principle of this, is they can pull out of the scriptures, out of the verses, Krishna will come out. The spirit of love of God will come out of the verses. And that was just confirmed in this verse of Adi Leela 4:2. Oh no. What was it? Where was it? Yeah. He reserves the right not to be exposed by the intellectual feats of non-devotees. One can ascertain the meaning only when one is endowed with the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Text 2. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda. All glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glory to Lord Nityananda. All glory to Sri Advaita Acharya. All glory to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Text 3. Krishnadas Kaviraj says, I have described the meaning of the 4th verse. Now, O devotees, kindly hear the explanation of the 5th verse. Okay, in the first chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj gave a bunch of verses. Okay, but they were like a table of contents. There was like an outline of what he was going to discuss later, which is what he's doing now. He's going back and he's taking those verses and he's expanding them out. So this is going to be his purport or his explanation of the 5th verse. And I wonder if he gives us what, if not, we'll go and get it. I don't know if he's going to repeat the 5th verse or not, but this is text 4. Just to explain the original verse, I shall first suggest its meaning. He's not going to go into details, he's kind of going to suggest what it means. And it's text 5. I have given the essential meaning of the 4th verse. This incarnation descends to propagate the chanting of the holy name and spread love of God. Okay, that's how mostly devotees understand the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. He came to propagate the chanting of the holy name and spread love of God. Far and wide. Yeah. That's the external reason. The external reason. That was what was discussed in the previous chapter. That's the external reason. Text 6. Look at this. Am I right on or what? Because this is text 6. Although this is true, this is but the external reason for the Lord's incarnation. Please hear one other reason, the confidential reason for the Lord's appearance. Small purport here. In the 3rd chapter, 4th verse, it has been clearly said that Lord Chaitanya appeared in order to distribute love of Krishna and the chanting of his transcendental holy name, Hare Krishna. That was the secondary purpose of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. The real reason is different, as we shall see in this chapter. Now these are strong words Prabhupada's using. He's saying, the real reason. The real reason. The real reason. The other one is the external reason. Okay, he says it's true. And the Lord has appeared to propagate the chanting of the holy name and spread love of God. That's true. Okay? But the real reason, Prabhupada says, the real reason is different. And we shall see in this chapter. Text 7. The scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. Hare Krishna. Just thinking of something here that building a building, if you're building a building, you don't take the bricks out of the foundation to build the 3rd floor. The foundation stays intact. Okay? It has to. It's the foundation. And as the building is being built and getting bigger and bigger and taller, whatever, it doesn't take away from the foundation. The foundation remains the same. So when they're saying here when Prabhupada's saying here the real reason, confidential reason, it doesn't mean that the external reason is no longer valid. It doesn't mean that, spreading, chanting Hare Krishna and love of God is no longer significant anymore. No. That's there. That's not going to go away. That's part of the foundation. But now, expanding out. And Prabhupada talked about that kind of, he alluded to it in saying that devotees may not be able to expand this movement, but to maintain what he had given, which alludes to the performing devotional service to fulfill the external mission of the Lord. Because the expanding part is when you start to get to the real reason for the Lord's appearance, which is confidential. So Prabhupada was alluding to that the devotees may not, at least right away, be able to access the confidential reasons, but to at least maintain the external. Yeah, which to a large degree the organization has more or less been able to do. They've been able to maintain the external reason, the spreading of the holy name and spreading of love of God. But in this chapter, he's going to describe how the actual expansion that takes place. The confidential mission. Okay, text 7. The scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. Okay, reestablish religious principles, kill the demons, give protection to the devotees. Okay, that's the burden of the earth. Reestablish religious principles. And that was, and he appeared as Krishna, and that's what he, it was part of what he did. Killed Kamsa, killed the different demoniac kings, Jarasandha, got rid of the demonic influences, Salva. Okay, 4:8 is, here we go. You ready? To take away this burden, however, is not the work of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The maintainer, Lord Vishnu, is the one who protects the universe. Hare Krishna, Hare. So we're still not there in Vrindavan Leela with all of this establishing religion and getting rid of the burden, relieving the burden from the earth. It's Vishnu or Narayana who gives. Narayana means one who gives shelter to all living entities. Narayana. Yeah. So Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. But that's not the work of Krishna, the flute player. Krishna. 4:9. Okay. Interesting. Here it is. But the time to lift the burden of the world mixed with the time for Lord Krishna's incarnation. That was 5,000 years ago. The two things were going on there simultaneously. The internal pastimes and also the external reasons. The internal and then the external reasons. So Krishna and also Vishnu going on at the same time. Prabhupada's purport. We have information from Bhagavad Gita that the Lord appears at particular intervals to adjust a time-worn spiritual culture. Sri Krishna appeared at the end of Dwapara Yuga to regenerate the spiritual culture of human society and also to manifest his transcendental pastimes. Vishnu is the authorized Lord who maintains the created cosmos, and he is also the principal deity who makes adjustments for improper administration in the cosmic creation. Sri Krishna is the primeval Lord, and he appears not to make such administrative adjustments, but only to exhibit his transcendental pastimes and thus attract the fallen souls back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. However, the time for administrative rectification and the time for Lord Sri Krishna's appearance coincided at the end of the last Dwapara Yuga. Therefore, when Sri Krishna appeared, Vishnu, the Lord of maintenance, right? Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the maintainer, and Shiva, the destroyer. Vishnu is the Lord of maintenance. And part of that is reestablishing religious principles, destroying the miscreants, and supporting the devotees, the servants. That's all part of maintaining. That's the mode of goodness. Therefore, when Sri Krishna appeared, Vishnu, the Lord of maintenance, also merged in him because all the plenary portions and parts of the absolute personality of Godhead merge in him during his appearance. Well, yeah, Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna. 4:10. Okay. When the complete, supreme personality of Godhead descends, all other incarnations of the Lord meet together within him. Krishna. Okay, this is 11 and 12. Lord Narayana, the four primary expansions, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, Matsya, and the other Leela incarnations, the Yuga avatars, the Manvantars incarnations, and as many other incarnations as there are, all descend in the body of Lord Krishna. In this way, the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna himself, appears. So when Krishna appears, it's all there. Everything, all the incarnations are there in Krishna. Govinda. 4:13. At that time, therefore, Lord Vishnu is present in the body of Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna kills the demons through him. Hare Krishna. Because we just read, killing the demons is not the business of personality of Godhead. In Goloka, there aren't any demons. In Gokula, when the Lord appears here, the demons come. Why? Because they're sent by Kamsa. But that's not what's going on in Goloka. So Krishna is playing. He's stealing yogurt. He's on the lap of Mother Yasoda. He's making all kinds of fantastic arrangements to be able to meet with Radharani intimately. And then there's a demon. So through his potency as Vishnu, he kills the demon. But Krishna, that's not his business to be killing demons. We say Krishna, but explaining here, kills the demons through his Vishnu potency. Hare Krishna. Text 14. Thus, the killing of the demons is but secondary work. It's part of the maintenance program. It's part of reestablishing religious principles. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnation. So he's going to give this confidential reason. The Krishna reason. Text 15:16. The Lord's desire to appear was born from two reasons. He wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God. And he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform, you ready? Of spontaneous attraction. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. So that's different. Propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction is different from establishing religious principles. It's two different things. Establishing religious principles is an external reason. It's external. It's part of the it's part of the Vishnu potency. Maintenance. Lord Vishnu is the Lord of maintenance, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, maintains, establishing religious principles. So that's different than wanting to propagate devotional service on the platform of spontaneous attraction. It's different. It's two different things. That external is to establish religious principles, but the internal reason is the spontaneous devotion. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. So, not only did he want to propagate that, but he wanted to taste himself. He wanted to taste the mellows of love of God. So that's the confidential reason, that's the internal reasons. He wants to relish and taste these ecstasies himself, and he wants to propagate that in the world. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Spontaneous, loving devotion for the Lord. So, we've got two things going on here. The external reason, establish the religious principles, which means rules and regulations. It means fighting demons, all these things. Is all external. But it's not that it's abandoned. There's a foundation there, okay? And because of expanding into this spontaneous devotion, doesn't mean, you destroy the foundation. But it also means you don't get stuck, that realize the actual goal. Yeah. Hare Krishna. All right, so, see, this is all in Prabhupada's books, It's all in his books, right there. I mean, it's very clear, really. Hare Krishna. So there's a purport here. During the period of Lord Krishna's appearance, the killing of asuras or non-believers, such as Kamsa and Jarasandha, was done by Vishnu, who was within the person of Sri Krishna. Such apparent killing by Lord Sri Krishna took place as a matter of course and was an incidental activity for him. But the real purpose of Lord Krishna's appearance was to stage a dramatic performance of his transcendental pastimes of Rajabhumi, thus exhibiting the highest limit of transcendental mellow in the exchanges of reciprocal love between the living entity and the Supreme Lord. So, the word here is reciprocal. Reciprocal. And I was experiencing that this morning when instead of just making an offering to the Lord, I was actually beckoning the Lord to please come out of the deity. Come out and enliven everyone. Hare Krishna. Enter within everyone, enliven everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. So nice. So nice. Anyone can do that. Anyone. Everyone should. Ask the Lord, please, come and be with us. Be with us. He's there in the deity and we're making the offerings, but please come and be with us. Yeah? Yeah. Anyone can do that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's the reciprocation. As he's saying here, reciprocation. The real purpose of Lord Krishna's appearance was to stage a dramatic performance of his transcendental pastimes of Rajabhumi. These reciprocal exchanges, reciprocal, love, reciprocal. These reciprocal exchanges of mellows are called Raga Bhakti, or devotional service to the Lord in transcendental rapture. Hare Krishna, who wouldn't want that? Have an ecstatic, loving relationship with someone. Everyone's trying to do it in the material world with each other. Hare Krishna. And finding it doesn't really work out all that well. Or if it does, it doesn't last very long. But here, it's available reciprocal exchanges of mellows with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in transcendental rapture. Hare Krishna. He's in His holy name, He's in the deities, and He's in the devotees who are experiencing this. So He's available. He's in the scriptures. I mean, wow. It's like, look at it that way, He's almost everywhere. Well, He is everywhere. Hare Krishna. Lord Sri Krishna wants to make known to all the conditioned souls that He is more attracted by Raga Bhakti than Vidhi Bhakti, or devotional service under scheduled regulations. Wow. Krishna. It's like, hello? Hello? Anybody listening? Hello? Yeah. Lord Krishna this is Prabhupada talking. This is Prabhupada. This is purport. This is Lord Krishna wants to make known to all the conditioned souls, that He is more attracted by Raga Bhakti than Vidhi Bhakti, or devotional service under scheduled regulations. It is said in the Vedas, Taittiriya Upanishad, Raso Vaisa, the absolute truth is the reservoir for all kinds of reciprocal exchanges of loving sentiments. All kinds, which means unlimited, basically. Unlimited reciprocal exchanges of loving sentiments. He is also causelessly merciful, and He wants to bestow upon us this privilege of Raga Bhakti. Thus He appeared as His own internal energy. He appeared in the mood of a devotee experiencing these reciprocal exchanges. He was not forced to appear by any extraneous force. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, this appearance of the Lord, Hare Krishna, appearing like a human being, but not forced to take birth, but appearing out of His own will. Hare Krishna, and not acting like an ordinary human being either. Hare Krishna, extraordinary activities. Text 17, Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty. But love, weakened by that sense of majesty, does not satisfy me. Yeah, you stand in awe of someone. You can't really be very intimate with them. Loving exchanges is awe, Awesome. Oh. So all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty. But love, weakened by that sense of majesty, does not satisfy me. It makes a kind of distance. Text 18, if one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. Yeah, he's the boss. If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. So the reciprocation is, it's like someone's up here and someone's down here. You know, and the Lord's wanting more like this, and even like this, where he experiences subservience. Yeah. Because he wants to experience and taste. He's a supreme energy, he wants to taste all these different relationships. Yeah, he says that's what he's the reservoir of all reciprocal loving exchanges. So he wants to experience being subordinate. Text 19. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That's my natural behavior. So it's kind of like the devotee is calling the shots. It's what the devotee wants. The devotee wants a loving relationship in a certain mood, and the Lord reciprocates. Hare Krishna. He says he's fulfilling all desires since time immemorial. The devotee has a desire for a loving relationship in a certain mood, then the Lord, he reciprocates. Prabhupada's purport: the Lord, by his inherent nature, reveals himself before his devotees according to their inherent devotional service, what the desire is of the devotee. The Vrindavan pastimes demonstrated that although generally people worship God with reverence, the Lord is more pleased when a devotee thinks of him as his pet son, personal friend, or most dear fiancé, and renders service unto him with such natural affection. The Lord becomes a subordinate object of love in such transcendental relationships. Such pure love of Godhead is unadulterated by any tinge of superfluous, non-devotional desires, and is not mixed with any sort of fruitive action or empiric philosophical speculation. So that's what pure is. It doesn't have any of that in there. It is pure and natural love of Godhead, spontaneously aroused in the absolute stage. This devotional service is executed in a favorable atmosphere, free from material affection. Hare Krishna, Hare. If we find devotees who are worshiping the Supreme Lord in this way, we should take advantage of their association immediately and start to hear from them. And associate, render service wherever possible, but especially hear from them. Just hear from them. Hare Krishna. If find anyone on that stage, that's why I like to hear from Srila Gaura Haridas. And I like to also hear from his followers who are picking it up, picking the thread up. Hare Krishna. By associating and hearing from him, they're becoming enlivened also. And I like to hear from him for this reason. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So, 420, explaining this a little bit more, quote from the Gita: in whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Small purport here. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna affirms that formerly, some 120 million years before the Battle of Kurukshetra, he explained the mystic philosophy of the Gita to the sun god. The message was received through the chain of disciplic succession, but in course of time, the chain being broken somehow or other, Lord Sri Krishna appeared again and taught Arjuna the truths of the Bhagavad Gita. At that time, the Lord spoke this verse, Bhagavad Gita 4:11, to his friend Arjuna. In whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha, fulfilling the desires of the devotees. Okay, this is a healthy purport here. I think I'm going to stop before we get into some kind of a lengthy discussion. And Hare Krishna. It's morning here, so I'm going to say have a great day for anybody else it's morning. Hare Krishna. Govinda.